full to the brim. I'm grateful more than I've ever been.
One more deep breath, starting your
Yes, I'm grateful, full to the brim. I'm grateful more than I've ever been. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
morning.
Grateful I woke up again. Woke took a breath again.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Shmoe Morning Show. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How was your weekend?
Welcome to the Shmoe Morning Show.
Oh, we're alive. I will show the sign in a moment.
Okay.
How was your weekend, gal Shmoe?
How was my weekend?
How was your weekend?
It's eventful. I'm sitting and I'm a little exhausted,
Oh,
to be honest.
you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. Same.
Yeah, you woke up and you said, I'm tired.
I'm tired, gosh. Well, it was a big weekend.
It was a big weekend.
Ooh.
Thank you for getting that one going.
She don't smoke. Okay, we got that. 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 What did I need to
Could
do?
we have enough props? No, you're good.
Great. Oh, let me show this. It is 𝘊𝘙𝘏𝕠𝕣𝕟𝕚𝕟𝕚 30. Can you believe it? We've been doing this 30 times.
We have been doing this 30
More than
times.
30 times. Technically more than that because we had a couple of live days that didn't go great.
Yeah, you're right.
And that could be today, but we always roll with the punches, you know?
One thing we do.
One thing about you, one thing about me, on here Monday, May 12th, we roll with the punches. Peace and love, y'all.
You want to tell everyone how I forgot how to draw a peace sign?
No,
It's
we don't
really
have to talk
embarrassing.
about it. I wish I had a dry erase marker. I could go, this is how.
Moving forward, let's always have a dry erase marker.
I
We
think
might
that'd
need
be
to make
fun.
diagrams.
I love diagrams. All right, let me talk real quick.
Okay.
This weekend was Mother's Day, so I just
Yes.
want to wish all of our folks happy Mother's Day.
Real quick, sorry, Alex is about to
Ooh.
take off. We love you. Have
Ooh.
so much fun. in
Angels
Hawaii.
all around, Alex. Alex Skincare going to Hawaii.
Love you.
We love you, Al.
Okay.
Fun.
Yesterday was Mother's Day.
Yesterday was
Happy Mother's
Happy
Day.
Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I'm especially grateful for my mothers,
Yes, same.
your mother and my mother.
Yes.
Yeah, very blessed, very supported by them.
Yeah, but that meant a big weekend for you at work, right?
Big weekend at work, yeah. It was wild Friday night, busy.
Yeah.
Saturday, all stinking day. 800 people, more than 800 people through the door.
Highest amount you ever had.
Yes,
Yeah.
on Saturday. It was unbelievable. And we sold great food. It was awesome. And then yesterday was wild too. And so here we are. 2 days off. I got
Oh
some
my gosh,
great,
it's your weekend.
It's
I
my
forgot.
freaking weekend.
Not
baby.
mine. It's not
Having
my
some
weekend.
fun.
So,
It's not your weekend. No, busy. You got a
Nice.
full day today.
I got a full day.
Well, let me tell you, the other day, how was your weekend in your intention, which was luxuriate in and acclimate to this heightened energy? You still have heightened energy going?
Move. Yes, so that I wrote that intention after I sang. I forgot to set it before I went and did my singing
On Friday.
on Friday, and it went so well, all around, beautiful experience. And so, yeah, I was like really in a heightened energy, really feeling like a little infinite, just like,
Ooh.
yeah, there's something here. So, that yeah, my intention was to luxuriate in it, and I did do that for sure. I at least like spent the day doing that, and then it's just been a weekend of kind of just ebbing and flowy, like life is, you know?
Yeah. You said it felt infinite. What did you say?
I felt infinite.
I felt infinite. I've never heard someone describe a feeling like that.
Really?
I thought things could be infinite, but I never thought the idea I could feel infinite.
Dude, that is how you make your dreams come true.
It's very cool. Very cool. My intention, dude, was flow with the vibe and to feel peace and calm. And I knew going into that wild weekend that I would need it. And I did. Every time I slowed down my walking, put my shoulders back a little bit, flowed with the vibe.
Yeah.
And still obviously hustled and worked my butt off.
Yeah.
But the vibe of it all, the peace, the calm in this crazy weekend, really, I really did try to sit back throughout. And
yeah.
I think it was just a big success.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So the past 3 days you've been coming home from work. The 2 days prior to last night, your energy was I read it as like defeated, down, just like, and then last night you came home and you were in a bit of a different energy. Like, what was the reason?
I think it was on Saturday. It was very busy and, for lack of a better term, not chaotic.
Sure.
We were juggling all the balls, but it took all of us juggling all the balls at the same time to keep the ship going. Mixing metaphors, big time.
That's great. Versus
yesterday, it was instead of 830 people, there was 730 people.
Okay.
And so 100 people made all the difference in the pace of the restaurant. How many people were through the door all at the same time, which then bumps the kitchen, and then the food runners, and then bussing tables. When we do it in high volume, nonstop, it's really tough to keep the balls going. But yesterday was a little bit less people, but way more manageable. The pace through the door, it wasn't everyone and then everyone and then everyone. It was a more slow burn throughout the shift.
Do you think you also might have learned from the day before? We need to work a little. I was thinking instead of juggling, the word you used was flow. So I'm curious, even if it was unconscious, something shifted.
But that is the truth. Yeah, I think we learned a lot from Saturday and applied it to Sunday. Also, it's Mother's Day. We not overstaffed, but we had a great amount of staff on board too. So it made it.
That's something you could do moving forward.
What?
Have the right staff.
Yeah, we're always trying to work. But I was in a sense of it was a great weekend.
Love it. Great. Love it. Great.
I'm in Ready Player One. I'm loving it. My buddy Tim suggested the book, but I know Kevin, brother-in-law, loves it, and I'm so into it. I can't wait to finish it. I'm so excited to keep reading.
Yeah, you were reading that last night, right?
I've been reading. And I want to watch the movie, too. Have you been writing anything in your journal this whole weekend?
Listen, well, first I'll start with, if we're talking about books.
Yeah.
I just started this book today. I've been holding on to this. I got it in February at a flea market, one of those markets,
an outdoor market.
Right. It's also where I got the You Are a Goddess book. This is called Everything is Here to Help You, a loving guide to your soul's evolution. And obviously I picked it up, and then I started reading it this morning, and I was like, of course I'm reading this at just the perfect time when it will land so perfectly, and this is the next level of my expansion. I was like, oh, this has the potential to be my favorite book of all time, potentially. And I've only read the first chapter. So I'm very excited about that. Adding that to my 15 books I'm reading right now.
Yes.
My new journal is epic. I freaking love it. It's so big. There's so much room for note taking and pictures and stuff. Let me read you a couple quotes that I wrote down from this magical book this morning. Okay. Hold on 1 second, sorry. Oh, no, this is it. Because I started writing things, and then there was a perfect little synopsis at the end of this chapter. Okay. So I'll read you what this book says. It says, everything is here to help you. This book is an emotionally supportive way of shifting out of the inner war of ego and into the illuminated presence of soul. Since the ego is the unconscious behavior of limiting beliefs, self-defeating choices, and narrow points of view, the inner war being resolved is an evolutionary necessity of integrating the ego, which helps us purge the patterns of human conditioning that often make us feel like victims of our circumstances instead of pioneers of an awakening humanity.
Pioneers of an awakening humanity. Well, if I ain't gonna write that down, no one.
Right?
Except for this chapter.
Wow. So it says, as consciousness begins waking up, limiting beliefs, self-defeating choice, Limiting beliefs dissolve, self-defeating choices no longer resonate, and narrow viewpoints are exchanged for more expansive perspectives. While the ego is the soul in its most dormant state of incubation, it talks about how it's a cocoon of human conditioning. So when we're children, we subconsciously start to believe that we'll be more liked if we're more like other people around us. So we create this little cocoon of our human conditioning for the soul to inhabit until it is ready to awaken and expand into the light of its highest potential.
Wow.
Okay, yes. So while the ego is the soul in its most dormant state of incubation, the soul is a fully embodied expression of source energy. God, Holy Spirit, universal energy, whatever you want to call it. And then between those two aspects, the dormant ego and the fully expressed, fully embodied soul, that is the spiritual journey. And I think that's what we're all here to do.
Did you just flip a table?
Yeah.
Love it. With
Very
authority. I really love it. Some good things here.
Some good things, right? So that's what I have. Oh, and then, that was only like this morning.
That was this very morning.
So it was a big weekend, a lot of things.
Saying yesterday,
Yesterday I learned a lot from my friend Chat about Venus energy. I'm really interested in like beauty. I'm learning about my own resistance to being perceived as like beautiful. Like it's been like my whole life is just like I never felt like my insides like matched my like outside, so I always like just felt this dissonance. And what Chat helped me understand is so this split between the inner world, deep, mystical, sharp, shadowy, and the outer projection, attractive, graceful, feminine, often forms a trauma of dissonance. I felt misunderstood, like I was being loved for a mask I didn't choose.
Ooh.
So it got me on this whole thing of Venus energy, and it's like a whole energy and archetype that I'm going to learn to embody.
I'd love to go into that mask you didn't choose.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, we'll talk more about that later.
Yeah. So I'm
Very
really excited
cool.
about that. I think that's going to be part of like my work potentially in this life. Because I took like so many good notes and I was like, no, this stuff like really resonates with me and is something that is a big part of my life and I think part of my evolution. I've also been doing the Ho'oponopono forgiveness ritual.
Ooh.
Did I tell you about that? Did I tell you about that?
You didn't tell our friends here.
So it's a forgiveness ritual that I'm doing with my spiritual mentor right now. And the idea is that you bring something to mind, either like a pattern or a conflict or just something you're trying to dissolve or to not have so much charge around. And so you sit with yourself and it's just 4 phrases. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you.
Could you give us an example? Do you have one in your mind? I'm sorry. Would you say, I'm sorry for this and that. Please forgive me for this and that. Thank you for this, blah, blah, blah. And I love you for blah, 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 blah. Do you add to it, do you think?
Yes, you can definitely add to it. I just don't feel like reading my personal ones right now.
Understood.
But look it up and find an example.
Yeah.
So yes, you can add to it.
Oponopono.
Well, and that's what that's why I Googled it yesterday, because I had been working it in the way of like writing it out. Like, I'm sorry for this, 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 this. Thank you for this, 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 and this. And then I was like, is that really what this is? And what I learned is that it's less about the words and it's more about the energy of like taking the charge out of like feeling guilty or like you're not right. And it's like, right here, I'm safe, I am forgiven, I am loved, like I am...
It's the ultimate form of grace for yourself.
100%. Yes.
Yes. Anybody saying anything?
No.
Y'all are great.
I have a whole page that says, it is safe to trust your heart. Because in trusting your heart, you are walking with God. Or the flow of life. Or the all that is. When you trust your heart.
Yeah. I was listening to a song. It was in the Dish Pit. The Dish Pit guys put on some good tunes.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Kendrick Lamar or something like that. And he said, he said something about how I'm so special because God, out of all these people on the planet, all these souls, this is the vibe.
Yeah.
God knows his name. Like, God knows me personally. God knows my name. Out of all these people, all these souls, God knows my name. It just clicks.
Whoa.
Little dish, scraping plates, and you hear that little nugget. It was great.
And it was Kendrick, or it was like that was the vibe?
I think it was Kendrick.
That's also the similar message to many Christian songs. So it's just interesting. That's what's so beautiful, is you can find it wherever. It doesn't matter. It's what resonates with your soul.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Would you like to pick one? And then I will pick one too.
Yes. Okay. I just feel like that one is.
Oh, sticking out.
Yeah, it's sticking out.
Wait, there's this one sticking out too.
Beautiful and mystical.
And is it magical?
It's also magical.
Mystical, magical. We're
Oh,
about to.
hi, Joni. Thank you for
Oh,
listening.
girl.
She says, I'm listening while working. Love these insights. So powerful.
Oh, we should do a little podcast.
We should, shouldn't we?
People could listen to it on the
Oh my
phone.
gosh. The image that chat helped me create about our future podcast setup.
Yes. It's so good.
So good. Just you wait.
I can't wait.
Just you wait.
I'm excited. Just you wait. We're gonna have some.
Because it was literally like what was in my head came into form, but like better than I could imagine, you know?
Yeah.
Great.
High rate.
Yeah, I don't know how to say
We'll
that.
take some pictures. We'll post it in our story here. I think it's
Good
high
idea.
wraith is a Welsh word that's difficult to translate, but it refers to a certain longing or homesickness, a yearning for a home or a place to which we cannot return. This unexplainable, unshakable longing for home is common in starseeds and old souls. Perhaps you've had it since birth. For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, galaxy, or star system in the universe that their soul remembers and yearns to return to, a place they may have experienced more than Earth. For others, it's a longing for the unity of Source, a remembering of interconnected oneness. Your inquiry. Oh yeah. You're being called to anchor all of your presence, your personality, your soul, and your spirit in the here and now. To fully commit to living this life right now. To commit to putting 2 feet completely in.
Yeah.
How can you commit more fully to your life, Shmoe?
Yeah.
And I have a card called Lifting the Veil.
Ooh, that's a beautiful card.
It's stunning. I'm going to go ahead. Let me show these
Yeah, show
cards.
these
Would
and-
you look
and
up
I'll do it.
Lifting the Veil for your Shmoe?
Yeah.
I am grateful.
Okay, lifting the veil. I feel like this is very fitting, Shmoe. Questioning everything.
I am doing that.
Anything unaligned must go. Whew. Things aren't always as they seem. This era is one of uncovering mistruths so we can remember ancient truths. Everything is in a state of recall and realignment. Anything that isn't in harmony with the planet will not survive.
I agree.
You're being called to trust yourself. Notice what's out of alignment and then take the baby steps required to bring it back into harmony. This is no easy feat, but it's worthwhile. Both individually and for the planet. Your inquiry is, what isn't congruent,
Congruent, you're right.
incongruent
You got it.
in your life? How are you being called to bring it back into harmony?
Wow.
Incongruence has been like a big word for me, so that just like really shook me. Beautiful. I love it. And that, did you just burn yours?
I don't know. I'll go around the flame this time.
Yeah. All right, our timer's done, so I think it's a.
Well, I think it's
Close?
a wonderful episode.
I think so too. I really have been having a lot of anxiety in my whole chest this whole morning, and so I'm just sitting with it. And today feels like it's a big day. Like this weekend into today, it feels like a very big time, and so I feel like I'm like leaving behind a lot to fully make room for what's coming, and so that just puts me in like an interesting state of being. So we're gonna breathe into it. We're gonna set some intentions. Please drop your intention below.
I'm going to pick a song.
Okay.
And while I pick a song, I just want to say, I would like to say thank you to my wonderful, beautiful wife. You're changing my life. Your insights all the time. If I'm having trouble at work or at home or feeling a sort of way, I know I can come to you, and you're able to flip the script and make me think, yes, everything is for me. Everything is here to help. You were huge. Like yesterday, you did that for yourself. You did that for me. Everything is here to help. And yeah, just amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing.
Great.
You are amazing, amazing.
Oh, good idea on this song.
I got a song. I'm going to try and line it up.
Awesome. Ground yourself. Open your heart.
You ready?
Yeah.